So here we have another fragrance from the brand Milano. I did a video on another fragrance of theirs, which I believe is called Rouge, and that was their interpretation of Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. A lot of you seem to express a decent enough interest in me covering more from the brand. So here we have one called Game of Spades Royale. I'm looking forward to giving you my thoughts on this fragrance. Also let you know how I think it stacks up against other fragrances from this collection. So make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on Joe Milano's Game of Spades Royale, I'll talk to you about the notes, smell, performance, longevity comparisons, all that good stuff. But before I start the video, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and also please give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So here we have a fragrance that is a bit on the gourmand side of things. It's a warm, spicy composition. It has caramel, cocoa. There's this clean jasmine in the heart, a mossy base with some musks in there as well. So it's sweet. It's sweet in a few different directions. As a matter of fact, when I sprayed this on, I said, does this also kind of give me some Baccarat Rouge vibes? But I think it's the caramel in here that gives us more of a lactonic presence. And I think caramel, whenever you add it to a perfume, it just amplifies that gourmand sensation in such a delightful way. And this is a fantastic gourmand that you can wear all year long. I think a lot of times when we're dealing with sweeter leaning perfumes, we feel more inclined to wear them in the colder weather, but that's not the case here. I think the jasmine, the musk, and the moss makes it really appropriate for the hotter weather as well. Nevertheless, I'm going to try to break down the smell as best as I can. Let's start things off with a quick look at the presentation first. So right in the opening of this fragrance, you are going to perceive the sweetness. And like I said, it smells awesome. That sweetness, it's unique. It does possess some ingredients that, of course, I've encountered in fragrances before, whether we're talking about, and of course, if caramel seems to be the topic of today's conversation, we can talk about Lira by Casa Moratti. We can talk about any number of fragrances, but this fragrance does things in its own way, which I really appreciate. You know, I don't want anything that is repetitive as far as my collection is concerned, but you have the cocoa or cacao, you do have the caramel, you have touches of vanilla. There's something like creamy and lactonic in the dry down, and I really appreciate that. And at times I was like, is this reminding me of Nishane Ani? Is this reminding me of Lira? Is it reminding me of this fragrance or Baccarat Rouge or that fragrance? So it has that gentle sweetness about it, which I really, really appreciate, but it also has this clean aura about it on account of the jasmine and the musk and some of these other ingredients that are kind of creating that serene vibe. So I like the fact that it's not overly sweet, and this is why I say, yes, you can wear this one very comfortably in the hotter weather. You don't need to wait until September, October, November to start wearing this one. You can wear it right now. Even where I live, you know, it's been in the 80s Fahrenheit recently. No problem at all. This is one fragrance that as long as I am craving something sweet, I don't want something overwhelming or overbearing, I think Royale is awesome. It just works very, very well on my skin and on my clothing, and the performance on this one is very good too. So I looked around online. You can find it for a really good price if you search long enough. This way, if you feel kind of deterred from paying full retail, I know we're all kind of looking for a coupon or a deal on it. You know, this is not an affiliated link down below. If I do find something online, is just to make it easy for you guys. I'm not making commission on you checking out this product. I just want to bring the goodness to you and keep you abreast of some of the fragrances that I've been discovering as of late. Caramel, jasmine, cocoa. It has this nutty personality as well, like a little bit of like a hazelnut vibe. It is awesome. It goes in so many different directions, but yet, even though I am thinking about other hazelnut fragrances. Of course, there's Valentino Uomo, there's a Margiela fragrance, there's so many. This one still does its own thing, and I really appreciate it for the uniqueness. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, yes, this is a unique fragrance through and through, despite a lot of the notes that are in here, and maybe it might put you in the mindset of another fragrance's note breakdown. When you smell it, you're like, oh, it's unique, it does its own thing. I can't quite compare it to anything else the way that I was able to compare Rouge to Baccarat Rouge. So this is a totally different experience. As far as the longevity is concerned, this fragrance will get you about 8 hours on skin. Projection was a solid hour of radiating at an arm's length. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 6, a skin scent right around hour 8. Versatility, totally unisex, all seasons, all occasions, dress it up, dress it down. The sweetness will appeal to a younger demographic. The sophistication of it will appeal to an older demographic. In terms of the presentation, really nice box. I love how it's kind of embossed and it has this metallic thing on the front here. At least I perceive it to be some kind of metallic thing. The silhouette of the bottle on the inside, magnetic flap, which I think is really cool. And the bottle is super heavy. And you saw the distribution on the atomizer. It's a pressurized atomizer. It gets the job done very efficiently. My final verdict on this fragrance is, if you're a fan of versatile gourmands, you like caramel, you like hazelnut, you like cocoa, you like vanilla, you like lactonic scents, check out Game of Spades Royale. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you again so much for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.